Okay, here we are, and now we're going to look at the bottom part of Explain Everything. I'm going to start in the middle this time and work my way over to the left, and then we'll go over to the right afterwards. I want to start in the middle because that circle, that red circle in the middle, is where when we're ready to start recording, that's what we're going to hit. So I'm going to hit that, and you're going to, okay, yep, I want to use my microphone. And now you're going to see that it's counting up 3, 4, so it's recording everything that I'm saying. But think about this. Go back to the left-hand side, and now I can start to say that's 2 plus 2 equals 4. Or I could hit this plus sign, and I could bring something in, and I could say, oh, wait a second. Now I've got a website that I'm going to go to. See where I'm going with all this? And now I can start to talk about this and log in over here. And now I'm recording everything. When I'm finished, I can hit that red thing, that red circle again, and that stops. So it has stopped, and you can see that I've gone for 35 seconds. I can play everything back from the beginning if I hold down the triangle, just like this, and then you see that that orange triangle comes up. So I can hit that, and it's going to play everything from the beginning now. And now you're going to see that it's counting up 3, 4, so it's recording everything. Okay, so that starts from the beginning and shows you everything that you've done from slide 1 to slide whatever it is to kind of see what it looks like once you are finished with it. And I love that part of Explain Everything. If I go over a little bit to the right where it says 6 seconds and you see that there's that arrow that points up, I can click that arrow that points up, and this is where Explain Everything gets even better in that I can start to, okay, I messed this part up, so I'm going to click on it here. Come on, there we go. So I click on that there, and I'm going to split it right there. So now I can click on this part. Come on. Let's try it again. Click and hold down. Split, and now I can delete that part because I didn't talk there. So now I can start, and now it starts right away with me saying something. So that is really, really powerful in that I can change things or I can move things around, or if I mess something up here, I could delete it from there and I can continue moving on from where I left off. So that is a really, really neat part of Explain Everything. Just next to the timer, I have this button right here, and this gives me a little something where I can overwrite. So right where my red line is there, I could overwrite whatever is from the red line over, and it would record over everything that I was going to say. I could also mix the two together so that they combined, and so that wherever it stopped and then where it started, so that's the mixing part. So that's the center part of Explain Everything. Let me come over to the left-hand side now. And you can see here that I have 2 arrows, one left and one right. So if I hit the right arrow, it's going to take me to slide 2 of 2. And that's that slide that I have there. If I hit the left arrow, it's going to take me back to slide 1. No problem, right? So see where it says slide 1 of 2, and there's that little arrow that goes up? If I click on that, it's going to give me both of my slides. Or if I had 10 slides there, it would give me all 10 slides. And remember way back in the beginning, I picked my template? I can change my template right here. If I click on this here, I can change it. Maybe I want to go to this white background now, and it'll affect all of my changes. So that's really neat. What I can also do here is I can click and hold down, and it gives me a couple of options. It gives me the 2x. 2x means that I'm going to be able to duplicate that slide and bring it in again. Do I want it with recording or without recording? This one I want without recording because I'm going to re-record something there. So now I've duplicated that slide. So I'm going to click and hold down again. The red X means that I want to delete that slide. I don't need it in my Explain Everything. I just don't need it. Or the little circle template that almost looks like a Monopoly piece. Not Monopoly, Parcheesi, not Parcheesi, Trivial Pursuit. Trivial Pursuit. If I click on that Trivial Pursuit, I can change the background for that particular slide only. So maybe I want this one to be black, but then these other 2 are staying white. So that's when I click and hold each of those different things, each of the different slides. Now, I can also change the order of the slides by clicking and holding, and see how I'm moving that now? I can move this to slide 1, and I can click and hold this one and move this down to slide 3. So I can rearrange my slides depending, and that was by clicking that arrow there by slide 1 one of 3. Now the last thing on that little section is the plus sign. This plus sign says I'm going to give you another slide. Notice I went from slide 3, now I have slide 2 of 4. If I click that up arrow again, you can see where my slides are there. Okay, so that's that left-hand side. We did the right-hand side, the center side. Now we're going to go all the way over to the right-hand side, and this is where the meat and potatoes is of Explain Everything. I have 3 options here. The first option is that I want to export my project. I'm finished with it. I'm really, really happy with it. I'm ready to send it out and share it with folks. Now, there are 4 options here at the top. The first one is a video, and this is the one we want. We want to compress it all together to make a video. The second one is it's going to take the slides and whatever's written on the slides and make a PDF out of them. Never really used that before. Don't really see any purpose unless maybe I'm taking notes for something and I'm just writing in there. Next option is images. So if you think about PowerPoint and saving images in PowerPoint, this is exactly what that does. The other option here is project. So I want to save this project. I want to come back to it later. And I want to share it somewhere else. I want to put it to Google Drive, or I want to put it somewhere else. So I can save that as a project. I'm going to cancel that there, and I'm going to go to the next option, which is the down arrow. And this is going to say, this is going to just save my project. And when I click on that, I can put my project name here, and I'm going to call this Delete Me. And then I'm going to hit save, and I'll show you where that goes in a second. Okay, so, and then the third option is the home button. And remember, this is where we started way back when in the first tutorial. Now I have my project called Delete Me. It's 35 seconds long, and I want to come back and I want to work on it some more. The difference between Educreations and Explain Everything is Explain Everything, I can have a bunch of different projects that I start, and I can come back to them later. So that's really, really powerful. So I can click on it. Now I'm back to the canvas again, and now I'm ready to take it, and I'm going to export it as a video, and I'm going to hit export. So then I can put that in my photos if I wanted to, and that's really powerful. I could open it up in another app. Once we have some more apps and we smash apps together, we can put that there. So if I hit that home button, the last thing I need to show you is the different options for saving. And if I hit the gear here on my home screen, I have a bunch of different options where it says export. I have all these different options here that I can do. If I want to record, I have these options. But the accounts is where we want to do this. So if you have a Dropbox account, you can activate your Dropbox account by clicking here, and then it'll ask you to log into Dropbox. If I wanted to do Google Drive, I could put my email address in there and activate my Google Drive. If I wanted to activate my YouTube channel, because we all have YouTube channels if you have a Gmail account. Vimeo is like YouTube. If I wanted to tweet it out, I could do that. So those are the different options there.